So we're here with Maryann. She's been here in training for about a month now. Well, actually a month. And we have sat on her a little bit. She is really difficult to catch occasionally. She does not seem to have a lot of trust in humans or acceptance of things that we ask of her. Some simple things of putting halters on. You can just tell she's holding a lot of resistance. Yes, you could definitely do things to her. It's not quite that she's scared in the sense of like not able to be touched, but she's definitely extremely resistant in certain things. So we're going to work through a little connection and detachment, and then we're going to address some of the haltering things we've been working on, so that Desiree, her owner, can have a little bit better of an idea of what she can work on when she's here. Okay. So there we just got a hello. Okay, when I'm asking for connection, right now I'm using attachment to get a connection. So I'm focusing on the hind quarter. Good girl. And I'm actually, while I'm doing this, I'm going to work with the halter in my hand, considering that there's a lot of resistance to being haltered comfortably. Good girl. So now I'm asking for my attachment here. Good girl. Release the pressure. Good girl. So I have a nice connection now. There's a lot of releasing going on with the licking and chewing. So I'm just going to stay with her. There, good girl. Now I'm going to go for a walk. So you notice she tipped her head just a little bit to the halter there. So I'm going to release it and I'm going to move on. I'm going to go for a walk. Okay, so I'm keeping the connection. I'm mindful of when she says, okay, I'll try a little bit, right? Granted, could I have put this horse's halter on her head? Yes, but that's not going to change her opinion of what she thinks of this halter. And I'm actually really impressed because her best buddy is in the barn all by herself and was definitely anxious when we left. And I'm still getting a pretty nice connection from her. Good girl. Beautiful. So I'm taking a lot of opportunities in between each yes that she's giving me with the halter to keep the connection. That's beautiful. Thank you, Maryann. I know, sweetie. You're really trying at some points. There's a nice release, a nice soft eye. The muzzle's getting a little softer. What a lovely girl. That was really nice. You know, and yes, am I being particular here? Am I, really asking this horse to become soft and relaxed and willing partner in this situation? Yes, most definitely. This horse knows a lot of things, so it's not really that my focus is educating her in sense of skills, right? I mean, she's walk trot, and I'm sure she's walk trot canter with a lot of buttons based off of what I felt already. But the willingness and the acceptance of the horse is what I'm going for here, and getting the partnership. You know, there's one thing about a horse being obedient and doing what you ask, but then there's the other side of having a partner underneath of you and something that's willing to work with you. And that's really what I think Maryann has lost sight of. And, given the fact that I don't know her background, it seems like it's probably a fair place for her to have been. And I think she's wanting to connect and wanting to try at certain points. It's just giving her the opportunity to try and giving her the acknowledgement that that she's heard. Huh. What a good girl. Hi, sweetie. So now here I'm doing a little connected detachment where I'm detaching from her and I'm watching her eyes and her ears. There she wants to kind of attach. Very nice. Now I'm gonna shift and I'm gonna ask for my attachment. Geez, sometimes, man, it just takes a thought. Good girl. So now I'm gonna take the halter off and I'm gonna do a little bit of hopefully a connected detachment on her part. So you just watch me detach from her with connection. Now I'm going to see if I can have her detach with connection. So first there, I got a little bit of my attachment. Now I'm going to send it out in a detach request. So this is where it's kind of like a free lunge. Okay, I'm kind of focusing my energy forward and around. And I'd like to keep connection. So the smaller the circle she wants to stay with right now, the better off I'm doing with this. Good girl. So there was a little attachment request, which I didn't allow. Okay, so then she kind of disconnected there for a moment. So now I'm going to see if through detachment I can gain connection again. There we have it. That was a really good example. Now I'm going to ask for my attachment. Very good. So I'm gonna, there I have my connection. There I ask for my detachment. Can I keep connection? So there we have disconnected. She's starting to acknowledge me here. Oh, that was a good girl. So that was a really nice, all right, that was a really nice conversation there where she reconnected and then I was able to ask for a slight detachment and then she wanted to attach, and I did. I let her, because that was a really nice conversation. So here we have our, oh, very nice. And if you notice, if you can see from there, that lower lip has gotten a lot softer. It's actually almost lined up with the bottom lip. Oh, there we have a little disconnected. So now I'm going to keep asking through my detachment for connection. So there I had like 3 or 4 steps of a nice detached connection. I'm going to bring it in for some attachment, okay? Trying to build the confidence of, yes, stay with me. Yes, stay connected. But don't push it to the point where they get a little worried or disconnected, where you can't keep the connection. So it's that fine balance of like how much to how little, And as the horse becomes more confident, you can ask for a lot more detachment with connection, but it's also building that horse's confidence to be able to get there. So I'm going to work on the halter here, see how she does after this, and then we're going to go get the next horse. Because that was a really good session, considering all the things that she normally is dealing with on a regular basis. Okay, and like here, that's a really soft lower lip. This horse hardly ever has a soft lip. So again, it's where they hold tension. It's all in the, well, some of them hold it a little different, but this particular horse holds it in her jaw and in her lip. And when she's really frustrated or really concerned, you'll see some nostril wrinkles. Some of them will hold it more through their eye. It just depends on the horse. But the fact that we have a really nice soft lower lip right now, especially, you know, she was separated from her buddy and all of that, is good progress. So now there, see how she's down the hill? I'm going to simply ask for my attachment versus just putting that halter on her head right now. Okay, because I'm going to have a much better probability if she's acknowledging and connected. Come on, darling. She really wants to be a good horse. I really, you know, it's just, they lose their trust in humans, and, you know, whether it comes out in fear or just like resistance, you know, she unlike Ginger tolerates a lot of things, but it's whether she's an accepting partner of those things is what we're trying to go for here. There. So she did a half a little look over here, so I'm going to take it away. So there she stopped, but I'm going to ask for my attachment. But I didn't take it away just because she left, but I'm going to ask her to connect and attach again. And that was nice. Oh, good girl. And I think there through her eye still looks pretty soft. Kind of want to, it's a little tighter than what it was. So I'm going to just wait. There, now I'm going to ask for my attachment. Very good girl. So that, like I said, we've been working on this a little bit, kind of different kind of through saddle pad work, through bridle work. But the haltering is where her owner seems to get a little bit stuck. So I wanted to have a nice exercise here, a good visual of what we're doing to help that. And this is Maryann's first training video. Thanks.